You don't have to let it linger within the palm of your hand. The tips already in your fingers. All beginning come to an end. Hi everyone, I am Akanksha Pradhan, technical content writer of GDSC VSS UT.
Rath, Women in Tech Lead GDSE VSSUT. Carrying out the tech legacy of GDSE further, we gladly welcome you to the introductory session of Solution Challenge 2022. So, without any further ado, let's dive into the topic. If you are one of those who believes in improving the surroundings through your codes,
If you want an opportunity to show how easily you can tune with algorithms,
if you have always been an admirer of Google platforms and its resources,
here is your chance. We will be taking you through all the details that you should know about Solution Challenge 2022. Stick with us, and I promise you, it will be fun.
but before that, let's set some ground rules. Firstly, we want you guys to be very interactive. The chat section should look lively.
Secondly, feel free to ask any doubt regarding the solution challenge in the chat, and we will be answering them if possible. Can we move to the next slide?
How many of you already know about the Solution Challenge 2022? For those who do not know, the Solution Challenge is an annual contest presented by Google that invites students to develop solutions for local community problems using one or more Google products or platforms. But what is the purpose of the Solution Challenge 2022? Akansha, will you like to take over?
Oh, sure, Adya. So basically, the overall mission is to solve United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals, also called SDGs, using Google technology only. Next slide, please. Can we move to the next slide, please?
Hello, Akanksha, you may proceed. The slides are being shared. Is it not visible? Hello?
No, we are on the third slide.
Okay, I guess there's some technical issue. Just a minute. Is the screen visible now?
No, actually, it isn't. I think there is some technical issue.
Just a second. I guess now it's showing up.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
All
Akanksha,
right.
you can carry on. Yeah.
Yeah, the Sustainable Development Goals were created by the United Nations in 2015 to be achieved by 2030. The 17 SDGs agreed upon by all 193 United Nations members states aim to end poverty, ensure prosperity, and protect the planet. The 17 SDGs are listed here. It includes no poverty, no hunger, good health and well being, gender equality, climate action, among many other goals for the betterment of the planet and the community. And you just have to give the best solution for any of the mentioned problems that you think should be eradicated as soon as possible.
Now, let's talk about how, when, and where you can participate in the Solutions Challenge 2022. To get started, you first need to be a part of Google Developer Student Club. So, I guess you all must be aware of GDSE VSS UT and how you can be a part of this, as mentioned already in our orientation session earlier. Even if you missed that, don't worry. We will provide the link in our Discord channel where you can see it again. So go ahead, register through our official website, and boom, you join us.
After you become a GDSE member, you can move further by registering for a Solutions Challenge, the link to which will be provided in the Discord channel. Then form a team of maximum 4 members and select a sustainable development goal of your choice. Now you can also participate individually, but it's better to have 2 brains than 1 and 4 better than 2.
After choosing a SDG, you need to think of a unique solution, something out of the box that you can do to solve the problem once and for all.
And one thing to be kept in mind, as it is a coding challenge, you need to build an app or a website or a software to solve the challenge. So build your front end, back end, and test the solution that you created properly. Be careful, your solution should be created by using Google products and platforms only.
Now, there is no time limit for registering in this challenge, but you need to submit your demo video of your solution by 31st of March 2022.
The top 50 solutions will be announced in the mid of April, then the top 50 mentoring in May, the 10 finalist teams in June, and finally the top 3 winners will be announced in July live on YouTube. Next slide, please.
Okay, this challenge may seem very demanding, which it actually is, but let me tell you, it's just like any other hackathon that you will come across.
You just have to keep some points in mind, and there you can create something worthwhile and noticeable.
First, understand. You have to understand your problem statement very well. Like what is the cause, how people are being affected, who exactly are being affected, etc. etc.
Then define your viewpoint, what you can do to solve the issue, what features you want to add, and what will be your prime concern.
Once you define what you want to do, then you have to sketch what you are going to do. Prepare the overall sketch of your idea, build a roadmap, and start working.
Once done with this, there comes the factor decide. You have to decide which platform and tools you are going to use. What I advise is to choose something that you're already familiar with so that it makes the further tasks much easier.
Then comes the prototype. If you want your idea to be significant, then remember, people should know that this can be built. So, prototype is must.
After the prototyping stage, you have to validate your idea. That could be used by the mass. So test it on users and validate it. Next slide, please.
After you are done with these 6 steps, you will land with something like what we have on the screen. I guess Adya would be the better one to explain you this.
Okay, so this is the basic technical architecture of any project. You may have come across many Google products too with this kind of architecture. Here you can see that all you need is an attractive front end and well built backend, covering the data storage and other services. If you are not well acquainted with the platforms, don't worry, there's still time. Start learning and implementing. Move to the next slide, please.
Well, you must design a layout for yourself. What we suggest is focusing on these 3 points. First, consideration, like considering overall roadmap of your project, you can see. Then, second, research, knowing and researching on platforms and technologies that you are going to use. And the last one, design. It's like the whole structure and functioning of your project. So make sure you don't neglect any of these three. Next slide, Avipsha.
Now, let's make the research part a bit easy for you. You might be familiar that Google has various platforms. There is Flutter, TensorFlow, YouTube, Android, Web to name a few of them. Now, what you have to do is to understand what platform your project needs. For example, if I am building and training a machine learning model, then I can go with TensorFlow. Again, if I'm going to build an app for TV, then Android TV platform will be a good choice. As said earlier, these things are no Dutch. You can easily learn them. And moreover, GDSC provides you an epitome platform and all needful resources where you can get acquainted with these tools. Recently, it provided a 30 days of Google Cloud and then a session series on Android Study Jam. So buckle up and don't miss any such upcoming opportunities. Next slide, please.
Okay, coming to the judging criteria now. So, your project will be evaluated by a panel of judges from Google itself. The marking will be out of 100, 60 points for impact, and 40 points for technology.
Then further, in impact part, these 60 points are divided as follows: 10 points for clarity of your solution, 20 points for effectiveness, 10 points for any possible future extension of the idea, more 10 points if the solution has been tested on real users, and the last 10 points if the solution was iterated based on users' feedback.
Coming to technology, first 10 points for implementation of technical components, then 10 points for explanation of Google technologies used and guidance to run the code, 10 points for demonstration, and last 10 points for effectiveness of product and technical solutions. That makes the whole 100. Next slide, please.
Here comes the most awaited part: prizes. Who doesn't like prizes? Everyone is well aware that Google has its own perks and exciting goodies. Well, as this challenge is going to be conducted on a global basis, this time the winners have much more on their plates. If you manage to get to the top 50 teams, you can receive customized mentorship from Googlers and experts to take solutions to the next level, a branded t-shirt and a certificate.
Then the top 10 finalists are going to receive additional mentorship, a swag box, and the opportunity to showcase solutions to Googlers and developers all around the world at the demo day live on YouTube.
Coming to the contest finalists, 7 teams will be selected for this round. In addition to the swag box, each individual from the additional 7 recognized teams will receive a cash prize of $1,000. Will not exceed $4,000.
Okay, now coming to the three winners. In addition to the swag box, each individual from the top three winning teams will receive a cash prize of $3,000 and a feature on the Google Developers blog. Again, a condition: winnings for each qualifying team will not exceed $12,000. So, aren't you guys excited? Do let us know in the comment section.
Here are some videos you can refer to. It will guide you further for solution challenge and how you can win. The links will be provided in the Discord channel. We will also be providing further resources from time to time in our Discord channel. So it is advised to connect with us through Discord. You can also ask your queries there that will be solved by our team. Next slide, please.
There are some frequently asked questions. We will be answering them now. In case of any further doubts, you can connect to us through Discord. The first question is, can your solution solve a problem outside the scope of 17 Sustainable Development Goals? So, the answer is for Solution Challenge 2022, we require your submitted solution to solve for at least one or more of the 17 SDGs. When you have submitted your solution, please review all the 17 SDGs to understand which SDG your solution is focused on and what targets you are looking to solve for.
The second question is, can one student or team submit multiple submissions if they have contributed to both projects? Well, the terms and conditions state that limit one entry per person. That means each person can only be part of one submission.
Moving to the next question. Can you still participate in the solution challenge if there is no Google Developer Student Club at your university? Yes, as a student, you can still participate as long as you team up with at least one student at an existing GDSE university. You must join GDSE community through the GDSE event platform. We recommend you to then reach to the GDSE lead for guidance on how to join and form a team with their community. But I think you won't face any problem here as GDSE chapter is already there in VSSUT. So it makes things a lot easier for you.
Coming to the last question. Given the implications of social distancing, your ability to test with users was impacted. Will the judges consider this? Well, our judges will surely be mindful of the limitations that have been added by COVID 19. This includes, but is not limited to, ability to meet as a team, ability to have users test the solution, lack of internet access or proper developer environments due to displacement from your college campus. Moving to the next slide.
Young minds have always come with extraordinary ideas. Okay, so how many of you are up to for this challenge? Let me know through the chat. Okay, so even we can't wait to see what you guys really build.
So that is all we had to say from our side. With this, we conclude.
Thank you for bearing us so long. Before we all unlatch from our screens and get back to our usual daily stuffs, we would like to convey our sincere gratitude to each and every person who stayed with us and made this session lively.
And we hope to see much participation in solution challenge from our college. In case of any further query regarding the topic, you can reach us through GDSE VSSUT's official Discord channel. On this note, we bid adieu. Thank you. Stay safe.